Yo, so I think I finally understand what actually makes poetry poetry. And it's crazy how long it took for me to realize this. But I gotta say it out loud because this is about to change how I write moving forward. Before we go deeper, thank you for checking out the channel. If you're new here, my name is Dallas. I'm a poet who writes about the stuff that most men try to avoid: the emotional weight, the interior life, mental health ride. This channel is where I work through that stuff out loud. So I was watching this TED Talk the other day about what makes a poem a poem. And the part that really stuck out to me was this idea that poetry makes music out of language. We take these intense feelings and we say them with less. It's like this kind of lyrical pressure. And they asked, if you remove the line breaks from a poem, is it still poetry? Then they introduce the idea of prose poetry, which is just like paragraphs but with the wordplay. It helped me understand that even though I sometimes fight this, I had this battle, this internal battle of like, is this a poem that I'm writing? It's just a paragraph. It's just words on a page. But knowing that there's no real, like, poetry has this shape, but even without the line breaks, you can still play with it and still call it poetry because we're basically dealing with the same raw materials. It's just shaping them differently. Oh, hello, this is snow. And when you think about it, rap lyrics still hold weight even without the beat to it. Like if you just read certain verses alone, they hit the same way. And that's poetry. Music is just the delivery system, but the words are already alive by themselves. And when I really sat with this, I realized how I got here. I've mentioned this before, my first ever poem that I wrote because it's such a foundational piece for where I am today as far as my poetry journey. The first poem that I wrote in junior year was called I Thought. It was about my first ever relationship and how it felt like it was all falling apart from underneath me. And I realized then in writing this poem, I couldn't say those things out loud, but I could write them. The page felt safer than my own voice. And that was the first time that writing gave me permission to tell the truth, tell my truth. And I mean, if you've been here, I know I've been sporadic, but if you've been here, you know how I talk. I talk like a dude who's been through some things and learned from them the hard way. I overthink. I replay. I analyze. I decompress slow. And writing is where I can actually unload without feeling like I have to defend it or protect it or pretty it up in some way. And since this is Men's Mental Health Month, Mental Health Awareness Month, I want to intentionally go back to that raw space again. Not for performance, not for a book, just for emotional conditioning, just to see myself on the page again. So I'm committing to writing 4 poems a week, pen to paper, like physically writing it down, pen to paper. No filters, just to check in on where I am mentally that day, in that moment that I'm writing that poem. Where I am mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. However it's hitting, that's what I'm writing. Because here's what I actually believe now. When you write things down physically, you strip the ego away from it. The phone makes everything feel like content. And it's like whatever I type into my phone, it's this, you get into this idea of like, oh, this isn't good enough. This is not good enough. Let me erase that. When I'm writing it down physically, it has to stay there. Like that's where it goes. You can cross some stuff out, but it's all still there for you to see and feel and take in. The notebook makes it feel like the truth. And sometimes the poem is the therapy session in between therapy sessions. So we're going to get physical. Let's get physical, physical. And if any of y'all want to do this with me, just write one poem a week. Just one. Keep it short, keep it real. And if you're down, comment down below so I know I'm not out here doing it by myself. So rock with your boy. Next vlog, I'm going to bring y'all into the first week of this new writing routine. I'll show you what actually came out of it. No edits, none of that. So we'll see how it goes. I appreciate y'all being here. If you like what I'm doing here, if you're rocking with it, hit subscribe, hit a like. I'll see y'all next vlog.